Hello, YouTube. What's going on? Hey, here reporting you live from California. We got a full moon tonight. Today's February 28th, 2021. Some things have been brought to my attention here. So, boy, oh boy, let's get the ball going. I'm going to start with, I'm going to go ahead and start with housekeeping issues. Get it out in the very beginning instead of the end because I suffer from CRS and I know I'll forget. So, first thing, please like, subscribe. If you want to leave a tribute, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm here just spreading the information with this radio style talk show that I'd like to do. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, I'm Kuno Wiederhold, and I can use some other names, but I'll just use my name, and that's cool. So, WTF is going on? Excuse me. Did you hear that they want to get rid of Mr. Potato Head, the prefix, Mr.? They want to get rid of Mr. from everything, and Mrs. There's not going to be any more Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato Head. It'll just be Potato Head. What the, you know what? What the Franklin Mint is going on? Okay. Hasbro, they're the ones that make Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, right? Now, we've had these things since I was a little kid, and it just doesn't seem right to call something just Potato Head. You know, that's more demeaning to me than saying, hey, Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato Head, how you doing, right? So anything with a prefix, Mr. and Mrs. is bound to be wrong or politically incorrect. And that goes true for, what about Mr. Coffee? Are they just going to call it Coffee? Or do they have to have some other name? Or perhaps, what about the band, Mr. Mister? You know, I did like that song they did in the 80s called Carrie. That's an awesome song if you've never heard of them. So anyway, everything's gotten to be kind of out of control. Like, we don't have our hands full with enough problems in the Middle East, in the China Sea. No, we've got to worry about being not offending anybody by saying Mr. this or Mrs. that, you know. When I was growing up, those were proper prefixes to call people, even Ms., MS. And that was kind of weird in the 70s, you know. So I just say, you know, A, try not to offend people, and B, if it makes sense, why not just continue on? Why waste the time, money, and energy and effort to take it away from everybody when we already know that that's okay? I mean, really, who on earth would honestly get mad about Mr. Potato Head? How do you get pissed off about Mr. Potato Head? I don't have any potatoes, or I should have bought one today. I didn't even think about it. You know, I was out and about running around. I just got back from dinner at a friend's house. But thank God they are not naming the Chia Pet Mr. and Mrs. Chia Pet. You know, the ceramic head with all the green grass growing out of it. Oh my gosh, what is this world coming to? You know, I struggled when we first talked about making the anatomically correct Barbie and Ken. Thank God they're not Mr. and Mrs. Ken, or they're married. I wonder if Ken ever married Barbie. Did he ever buy her a ring, get on his knee and propose to her? I hope not, because then it'd be Mr. or Mrs., and we couldn't have that. It would just have to go back to Barbie and Ken, right? So, hang on a second. Holy Toledo. This is not good. Time out. Ow! Hash fell. Anyway, so I was just pondering this. I was reading some news clip there, and all this crazy stuff was going on. Well, you know, when you stop and think about it, there's more. There's tons more. As an example, a good friend of mine made me a quick little list. I told him what I wanted to talk about tonight, and he said, don't forget, Kuno, there's also Mr. Tobacco Vape brand. There's the Slav King brand. There's Mr. Sam's Menswear. There's a Mr. News brand. There's Mrs. Fields Cookies. Oh, no. I'll tell you what. Famous Amos chocolate chips. He lucked out. He's not called Mr. Amos. He's just Famous Amos, which is awesome. I love his cookies anyway. You can buy them at least you used to be able to buy them at like 7-Eleven and food markets, food stores, right? And they've got Mr. Z's Tees. No more Mr. So let's be Z's Tees, I guess. Miss clothing brand. There's not going to be any more Miss, probably. Mr. Mac brand. Mr. Hero brand. Mr. Formal brand. How about Mr. Dunderbacks. What kind of? Never mind. I won't go there. What kind of name is Dunderbacks? That word by itself sounds pretty offensive to me. Hey, you Dunderback. Well, I mean, who wants to be called that? I know I don't. Well, anyway, so we got Mr. D's pipe tobacco. All right, let's forget Mr. No more Mr. That's no good. No bueno. So what we got to do is just D's pipe tobacco. How about Mr. Chef outdoor? But well, I think they're out of business, Mr. Chef. I'm not sure. That's what I heard. Okay, now this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, check this one out here. The Muppets. Remember the Muppets at all? Those all those little Mr. Jim Henson, bless his soul, his hand puppet things, right? Uh, they're getting a disclaimer because somehow people are getting offended by the Muppets. Are you kidding me? Um, you know what? How can you be offended by sock puppets? All right. All right. I mean, are you kidding me? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I never get offended by a little good sock puppet here and there. So I'll tell you what, um, this is just plain crazy. Oh, Toledo. You know what? It's enough to make me drink. I'll tell you what, I'm kind of ahead of the ball game right now. I don't know if you're allowed to do this or not on YouTube, but you got to have your beverages, right? Anyway, thank God we can't call this guy Mr. Morgan. If we call him Mr. Morgan, we got to remove the Mr. and give him some title, maybe like a captain or something. What the heck? Can you see that? I can kind of see it. Anyway, what the heck? What the heck is right? Hang on a second here. All right. All righty then. So now we got will the real Slim Shady please stand up? What if he's Mr. Slim Shady? Can't use that. Oh no. Mr. It'd be offensive to somebody. You have the sex change, or if he's a transgendered, it would be Ms. or Mrs. Slim Shady. Couldn't have that. Oh no, you got to just be Slim Shady. Please stand up or sit down or skip along or do whatever it is you please. You feel right. I don't care. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't like to talk about politics, but I'm going to throw this in right now. Congressman, Congresswoman. Well, we got to change the man and the woman. We can't use that. Oh no, it's got to be Congressperson probably. So hey man, what's going on? Oh hey man. Oh there we go. We can't use man. It's going to be hey, or you can't be polite and talk to your neighbor. It'd be politically incorrect. I'll tell you what. There's excuse me. I remember when I was in the working world. Oh, it had to have been. I retired. In the working world, I remember when nobody ever really rolled out political correctness. I think it was during the Clinton administration. You'd be at your desk and you'd say something, and all of a sudden your supervisor would walk by and say, "Oh no, that's not politically correct." Well, what the heck is politically correct? What is that? See, there was never a manual, a training manual. There was never anything that came out that said the do's and don'ts, what's proper, what's not proper, or what's politically correct, right? And so we all sat there and thought, okay, we're not allowed to say this, that, or the other. Okay. Well, the list grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, everything out of your mouth was politically incorrect. And I'm thinking, I grew up in the 60s and 70s, a.k.a. Archie Bunker. Holy Toledo. You can't watch his program anymore. He was, by today's standards, man, he was taboo. He's totally insane and politically incorrect. But I guess that'd be okay as long as you wouldn't call him Mr. Bunker or Mrs. Bunker. You would just call him Archie. Hey, Archie, what's going on? He was the guy who would always call his son-in-law Meathead, and he would call, well, I'm not going to say what he would say, but in the early 70s, they got away with murder, and not literally, but figuratively, They would say things that were just off the charts, inappropriate. And so, I don't know. I think it has to do with micromanaging and censorship and all this other stuff, that they want to make sure that you. Excuse me a moment, please. I hate it when. Anyway, sorry about that. I hate it when when everybody gets on board and is just so offended by everything. it is so funny because I, yeah, I don't ever offend anybody, not intentionally. I tend to offend people all the time without doing it on purpose. I don't need any help. So maybe they're targeting at me, saying, "Hey, this guy's been offensive for a long time." I don't know. I'm just making that up because I really don't know. I let's see here. I don't even know what more to say. I mean, this is something that just popped up on my radar. My friend said, "Hey, did you check out this news article? Check this out." He sends me the link. I'm looking at it. I'm going, "Holy Toledo!" Now here's the kicker: Hasbro is being defiant. They're holding up their hand and saying, "You know what about that?" And oh, thank God, my screen cut it off. Woo! Thank God. Ooh, there you go. There's another thing. Oh, you can't say it. You can't be religious. I don't mean to be religious. Well, I'm not anti-religion, but I don't mean to. I'm not going to push any agenda. Um, I'm just bringing the word to the people. I'm just kind of sharing it with everybody. I've posted on YouTube a lot of different things. I've even had a long time ago. Oh gosh, 2017, maybe even 2016. I think I had a few podcasts out there, and I stopped. And things just kind of. I don't know. I don't have good equipment. Well, I mean, good equipment. Well, not if you ask my girlfriend. I don't have good equipment. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just don't call me Mister. Don't call me Mrs. Oh, no, you get in trouble for that stuff, man. I'll tell you. Did I say we had a full moon tonight? Yes, we did. California. It's 9:36 p.m. And I've got a rum and coke here. It's pretty cool. I got a cigar here. I copied this from Ron White, the great comedian. He's so awesome. I love him. He's so amazing. I copy him. I've been drinking rum and cokes for a long time and smoking cigars for a long time. But I'll tell you what, he's onto something. Onto something, I'll tell you. Um, you know, we got the housekeeping stuff out of the way. So again, I'm going to throw that in here right now. Please subscribe. Please like. If you'd like to send a tribute, great. If you don't, that's cool too. I don't have any links on this one, but I'm going to get some Patreon and some other links set up so that I can do what everyone else does and make a quick buck off of this. I'm just kidding. I don't even care if you pay me or not. It doesn't matter. But I have fun. I would like to upgrade my equipment. I would like to get I have a microphone. I'd like to get some lighting equipment, and I'd like to get some, if nothing else, maybe at least another bottle of some rum or something, But let me know what you think about this whole Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head thing. I'm going to revert back a little bit to what I said earlier. About this political correctness thing. They never had a manual. Nobody ever rolled out and said, "Okay, as of January 1st of such and such a year, this is what we have to do. We don't want to offend everybody, so we need to be politically correct," right? But nobody ever went into the business world, into the real world, and said, "Hey, you can't say this, you can't say that. This is acceptable, this is not acceptable." There's just way too much micromanagement going on in this world, and punishment. If you do this, you can get fined or whatever, fired. Who knows? Who knows? I just don't know. Maybe it's like the band, The Who. They probably said it best. This is probably an evidence front. It's a put on. Don't ask me. I just made that up. I'll tell you what. Life is the ball. We're all getting through this together. This beer virus thing. It's been it'll be March. So next month, it'll be a year that we've been donning our face masks and, playing those by those rules, which is cool. And you got to do what you got to do, right? Being cooped up and confined, it gives me a chance to read some great books. I love to read and I love to write, and and do all this cool stuff and do all kinds. I love to cook, man. I'm going to do a cooking program probably another week or two. But I'll tell you what, I like to keep my little shows down to about 15 minutes. So I can see right now in about 14 and a half minutes, I'm going to ramble on a little bit more. And I'll tell you what, if this one proves to be a little successful, I'm going to make a whole bunch more. I've got hundreds of topics. I'm not going to be, I don't really want to define myself as any one given thing. Excuse me. because I see other areas where you can get demonetized if you say the wrong thing, you know, and it seems like all the time you get a list from the YouTube folks, the powers that be, and they say, well, now you can't say this or imply that, or so you got to be, you know, kept abreast. Oh, you can't say breasts. Oh no, we got to keep this show PG. You know, PG for pretty good. Anyway, like I say, I just, you know, there's bound to be some significant repercussions coming out of all this. What's driving all this insanity? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, when is enough enough? Let's focus on our problems we have in this country. You know, let's figure out how to feed the poor, help the homeless, take care of our own backyard before we decide to go out and say things that or try to strike things away that just don't make sense. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know too. I'm very open-minded, and I love an open forum. Nice, healthy discussion, some awesome banter back and forth, and let me know what you think. Don't just say, hey, you know, Mr. Such and Such. Oh, there I said it again. You know, just let me know what you feel, and maybe a few words on why you feel that, and then we can, you know, I can type something in, and I'm pretty good at writing. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, oh crap, can't say that. Oh no. Anyway, YouTube, you've been awesome. Thank you so very much for listening. If you like this channel, again, like, subscribe. Let's keep my channel green. Send money or not. I don't care. Send pizza, send cigars, send rum. It's all good, man. Hey, you have a great evening. Enjoy the full moon and enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Sunday.